I recorded this episode of the e-commerce swipe file back at Klaviyo Boston, where I finally got to meet Kurt Elster, the co-founder and co-owner of Ethercycle, and also the co-host of the Unofficial Shopify Podcast, which has over 1 million downloads. So if you enjoyed this taste of Kurt's wisdom and knowledge, definitely check out the Unofficial Shopify Podcast. It's on YouTube as well. Enjoy this tip, which is his number one flow or number one takeaway to implement with Klaviyo, your email marketing solution. Hey, it's Lucas Walker. I'm here with Kurt, host of the Unofficial Shopify Podcast, founder of Ethercycle, a bunch of other things. I'll let him do his intro because it's going to be much better than mine.
I'm Kurt Elster, best known for hosting the Unofficial Shopify Podcast with over 1 million downloads. I've been working exclusively on Shopify for 6 years, doing e-commerce for a decade now, and in that process, I have learned a lot of things that people will be surprised what is really effective and the stuff that's just shiny toys.
If there is one thing that most merchants maybe aren't doing or on the fence about doing, what's that one thing you would recommend that they do versus all the shiny distractions that are out there? So maybe it's a flow, maybe it's a tool they should be using. What would you say that one recommendation that they should do? And giving away too many proprietary numbers, obviously with your clients or with your store, what sort of results have you seen from that?
Oh, I could talk about this all day, but I'll give you a recent quick win we've had with Klaviyo and with longtime Shopify client Recycled Firefighter, and it's product-specific browse abandonment flow. And at this conference, I've asked a lot of merchants, hey, what's the one flow you can't live without? What's your favorite flow? And several, I was surprised, said browse abandonment. So here's the trick. If you're not doing browse abandonment, start. If you really want to supercharge it, do a category or product-specific browse abandonment. So let's say you've already got a blog post or an email entitled like, the best guide to whatever, or like which product is right for me, that kind of thing. Set up a flow so if someone visits your top selling category or product, they then an hour later just happen to get an email that's like, hey, here's the guide to selecting XY, whatever that product is. So this really relevant, timely, valuable content is going to show up exactly when they need it. Those are the flows that are really going to make money because they're going to nurture customers and help them make that purchase decision.
That's awesome. I didn't even think about it, but if they do view a blog post on a specific topic, I was just talking with Emily from Noon Hydration. They do a blog post on running your first marathon versus cycling or Ironman, getting really targeted like that is going to be a different product that they're going to purchase based on that use case intent. So I didn't even think about blog posts or web page, non-product web page, interest-based abandonment. That's a lot of buzzwords.
And a lot of people already have this content. They just aren't reusing it. Like if you've been doing this for a couple of years, make a catalog of content, make a library and go back through, and rather than producing a lot of new content, which you should be doing anyway, see how you can repurpose and you can leverage the content you already know is successful.
That's a really good tip that I'm probably going to go out and implement once I get home or at the airport tonight. So awesome. Thanks so much, Kurt.
My pleasure.
Where can people find you?
Google me. Check out kurtelster.com. Sign up for my newsletter. That comes from my real email. So if you have a question and it's a thoughtful question, reply to any of those emails. I will send you a thoughtful answer.
And follow Kurt on Twitter, one of the few legit Shopify people that share a lot of knowledge without trying to sell you a course or something else.
I just work in public. I share what's working right then for me on Twitter at Kurtinc, Kurtinc.
Awesome. I'll post that link in the bottom. Like, subscribe, share this video with your mother-in-law, all that jazz. Cheers. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the e-commerce swipe file powered by Gorgias. If you are using a browse abandonment or you're planning to after hearing this episode, let us know in the comments below, and definitely go check out Kurt's podcast, the Unofficial Shopify Podcast. And while you're on the Apple Podcast Store, leave us both a 5-star review. I know Kurt will appreciate it as much as we do. Cheers.